We know about their credentials as well. So here we go.
All set for a start here. Queensland and Victoria Navy. And we're underway as well. Robinson with the first possession for Victoria. They'll work along the top of the perimeter. Both teams undefeated so far. Dengit handing off. Here's Daniels. Our first good look at him. Can't make a good first impression. That is deemed to be off the hands of Dengit for Victoria. And it will be a Queensland ball. Victoria with wins over WA, New South Wales, White and Vic Navy. Wins for Queensland over Tasmania, ACT and New South Wales in their campaign so far.
Yeah, that New South Wales win quite convincing after, you know, a couple of wins against maybe some of the weaker opposition in this tournament in Tasmania and ACT. But, thanks him the three-pointer there. But to come up with a dominant win against a state like New South Wales is really convincing.
Mackinnon gets Queensland off to a good start and some good support as well for the home team. They might have the away status officially, but they're playing, no doubt, in front of some home fans.
And it looks like some of the VIC, nice finish, Dyson Daniels. Looks like some of the VIC supporters are here as well in force. We see them rolling in the background.
Good start to this contest. Three coming from Mackinnon early, and then Daniels following up with his own two. Here's Jones for Mackinnon. Legasic back inside for Jones, who loses control. And two Victorian players dive on top of it themselves. Ford over it. Daniels with the crossover. Keeps control. Unbelievable, Dyson Daniels.
The defensive play comes up with the steal. And the composure on the fast break. I mean, it looked like he was just cruising up at his own pace. Made it look easy.
That is the class of a player who is set for big things. Queensland driving baseline. Comes out to Mackinnon. Some good defensive pressure there from Daniels, who's able to force it out of bounds with 14 seconds on the shot clock. Currently at the Basketball Australia Centre of Excellence. Dyson Daniels, big game against WA recently, had the 22 points.
Yeah, he's a start. 14 points per game so far in this tournament, but with so many options on this Victorian team, no need to really stretch himself too much in terms of being a volume scorer, but he's obviously capable of it.
Mackinnon, beautiful crossover on Daniels. Beating it back out. The running shot there from Legasic off target, but a fresh 14 seconds created. Ruliadev was there. Queensland will have the ball. Some contact is called. Here's a look on replay. So count the points as well as Ruliadev went in and popped some contact, and we'll head to the free throw line to complete the three-point play, but he can't. The Queensland come up with it again. Legasic. Jones. Legasic is hot from beyond the arc so far in this tournament, and he picks up from where he left off.
Man, they'd be very confident with the ball in his hands in that spot, Queensland. Preston Legasic can go from long range.
Daniels, Robinson. Here's none. Robinson. Oxygen on that shot. Victoria can't keep it in their possession. Jones spinning. Beautiful move inside. Doesn't quite get the lucky drop. Daniels pinches it away. Intriguing start to this one. There's none with the floater. Again, another air ball. Two in a row. And tight Queensland defence. Legasic this time goes inside. Runs into a Victorian wall and draws the contact for Victoria's second team foul of this first quarter.
Averaging 6 dimes per game as well so far this tournament, Legasic. So more than just a sharpshooter from long range. He's a dangerous guard for Queensland.
This is the thing with this Queensland team. So Legasic is a Gold Coast product, but we've also got two Townsville players in Boston Maslin and Harrison Panisi. We've got Blake Jones, who's from the Brisbane Bullets NBL side. Richard Peachy as well from Townsville. Kind of really spread across the state.
Yeah, that's one of the interesting things about 20s, Ben. Obviously, normally have that Queensland South and Queensland North team. And they combine here in the 20s.
Oh, dinged it! Great composure to keep control of the basketball. Didn't quite get the drop. And Jones fires from long range. He misses.
Fast start for Queensland here.
Oh, nice hands in there from Legasic. Comes up with the steal and then draws the contact as well. That's a nice little confidence booster for Legasic to pick the pocket there of Dyson Daniels. A great start overall for Queensland and their coach, Peter Crawford, very well-known name in the Australian basketball circles, obviously a former NBL player himself, represented the Boomers at Olympic level.
Yeah, it's some fair pedigree.
Legasic gets around, dinged it, draws the contact, count the points as well. No. Offensive foul is called. Pike call there, Liam?
Yeah, could have gone either way, but the referee just assessed him with that sort of reach around action he had with the elbow.
10 to shoot here for the VICs. Daniels kicks it out for Robinson. The big board from Blake Jones.
A little bit of a flat start from the field here for Vic. Just 2 of 7 early days, but they look a touch shaky halfway through the first.
Robinson for none. Jones in his face. Daniels v Legasic here. Daniels may fancy himself on the inside and he goes to work and can't get it to go. That Queensland bench out of their seats, applauding the team's defensive effort early. And another foul against Victoria. And that will send Queensland to the charity stripe as well, as a result of the 5th team foul of the quarter.
Josh Duac as well checking in for the first time for Victoria.
So this is Max Mackinnon, also a member of the Basketball Australia Centre of Excellence. Big campaign across the championship so far for him, averaging the 15 points. Brisbane boy as well. It's supposed to go. Suddenly, late point advantage has opened up here for the locals. Ryan on the court, picking it out. 8 to shoot here for Ryan. Dinged it. Fires. Misses. Strong rebound from Maslin. Momentarily lost control, but he's got some support here. Really def. Jones, couple of steps, hard inside. Robinson even harder off the glass. Daniels uncharacteristically turns it over. A bit too much juice on the pass.
Yeah, a little bit too high for his teammate. So Victoria's slow start continues here.
Coach Crawford will be pretty pleased with this start from his Queenslanders. Jones hoping to fire off the glass. Well, they earned a fresh 14 and then jamming it down at the other end. Queensland are hot. 14-4 lead for the Queenslanders.
Didn't quite expect this quick start for Queensland. Already double-digit leaders so early on. Second chance for Vic now.
Daniels crossing over. Beautiful pass inside, but nothing dropping. That field goal percentage is not improving from a Victoria perspective. And Maslin pulls up. Can't knock down the three. And Daniels very athletically, almost unnecessarily with the high defensive rebound.
Yeah, he displays that elite level of athleticism for a guard.
Mackinnon on the fast break. Timed his run well there, because he had Duach raising up from his right and was able to draw the contact, and look, again we'll head to the line for two. Timeout called. A much needed one from a Victorian perspective. They're down 13-4 early stages here against all conquering Queensland, who've been one of the strongest teams so far. And whoever wins this game will be coming up against the NBA Global Academy, who were pushed by South Australia Red earlier on today. They had the 2 p.m. start. The NBA Global Academy able to pull away 61-50 winners. But gosh, no matter who tomorrow, whether it's Victoria or Queensland, going up against the NBA Global Academy, it's set for a thrilling finale, very entertaining finale. And
we should note as well that the NBA Global Academy, should they win the gold medal game, they will win the tournament, but not the title, because they are not a state or territory. So technically, this is to decide, this game right here is to decide the winner of the Under-20 National Championship. So very interesting. But look, plenty of stars from the Under-18 Nationals in that NBA Global Academy team. Tyrese Proctor, Alex Tui as well, who's a star for the ACT. So looking forward to seeing some of those younger boys go up tomorrow against the victor, of course, of this game.
Yeah, we saw some of those big-name players earlier for the Global Academy. Ocean Muna put down a huge dunk as well. That was really entertaining to watch. Hawk with another big game. He had 13 points. Proctor with 12 points. Again, spreading the load quite well. Alex Tui, you mentioned beforehand, 8 points, 9 rebounds in that contest against South Australia. But all eyes now on Mackinnon, who's had a good start to this game. Being able to get to the line pretty early for his side.
Having said that, though, Ben, I think both teams, Victoria and Queensland, whoever does go through to the gold medal match, you wouldn't want to hold up the title having lost the gold medal match. They certainly want to win the tournament as well.
Yeah. Mackinnon makes both. Queensland opened up an 11-point advantage. Duach. It's a feat, so it will be a Victoria ball here, still with 14 seconds remaining. Daniels. Well, Duach's pass is a little sloppy. Six to shoot, has to get it going now. Goes for the floater. And then following it up, dinged it. Gets a much needed basket for Victoria. Reduced the margin to under 10 points. That's their first basket in a long time.
Yeah, I reckon about 5 or 6 minutes, Ben, between buckets.
18% from the field at the moment. Victoria. Floater there from Mackinnon, falls short. Engdit comes up with the board. Ryan. Daniels. Dinged it. Back out for Daniels. Defensive stop again from Queensland. Maslin. Mackinnon half sort of caught in two minds about whether to pass or dunk. And in the end proved costly. Duach. Stepping back. Dinged it. Pulls the trigger. And a nice follow-up work in the end by Victoria to get that up and going. That was Ryan with the nice little tip in there.
Well, they need some of those hustle plays to go their way, Victoria, because the offense is not flowing at the moment.
And it's flowing at the other end as Maslin knocks down another triple. Nice work from Boston Maslin.
Three-pointer number 3 for Queensland. That was a real strength of theirs against New South Wales.
Daniels comes up with a classy layup at the other end. Maslin switches it all the way out. Legassic is off target.
Great passing note from Queensland.
Jump ball call. Possession arrow is with the boys in maroon. Substitution, you can see Harrison Rouliadef making his way off the court. We're going to have our first look at another Harrison Panisi. Jones, tough here for Ryan to guard that. Jones in a really good position and made the most of it.
Identified the mismatch and took advantage. He's a serious size, Blake Jones, standing at 205 centimetres.
Yeah, him and Rouliadef, both at 205 centimetres. Tapped away there from the rim. Still a Victorian ball, but only momentarily. Duach lost control. Good desperation from Maslin, who's impressed in this first quarter. So as pleased as Peter Crawford would be with Queensland being able to put 20 points on the board in this first quarter, to keep Victoria to 10 with 37 seconds left in the first term will be even more satisfying.
Yeah, they've defended really well so far. I cannot really remember Victoria having any easy looks up until this stage.
Tough look. And was that put off in time? Yep. Count the points, it looks like. Victoria getting a late bucket. Now there's a 1 second differential between game clock and shot clock. Legassic. Jones, the two stars combining. Maslin, been hot from deep, drives inside. What confidence!
Ooh.
Can't get it to drop. What a team lift that would have been at the first buzzer. Nonetheless, it's a strong first quarter from the Queenslanders. 20 points they have to their name and restricting Victoria to 12 after a good start from Victoria. For his side really did struggle offensively as that quarter progressed. 30% from the field. Queensland not going much better, but their ability to get to the free throw line. 7 free throw attempts for Queensland, whereas the Victorians didn't even get a look from the charity stripe. Daniels. Dinged it. Daniels open for 3. In and out.
We see Victoria going to their bench as well. Shelley into the ball game, as is Riley Simmons, and maybe that becomes a factor. Victoria with possibly a little bit more depth in this one.
Jones misfires. 0 of 7 Victoria are from deep at the moment.
Gee, just about pay to watch Dyson Daniels pull down defensive rebounds. It's unbelievable. Just about the same level as the rim there when he grabbed that one.
Here is Shelley. Simmons is on cue. Daniels works his way inside. Back out for Shelley, who pulls the trigger and only hits the 0-2 in the air. Great to have you with us on KO Sports, wherever you're watching. Potentially, if you're certainly a Victorian fan, cheering on your side. Legassic at the corner. Great ball movement. Mackinnon fires and hits. They are humming offensively at the moment, this Queensland side.
Up to 6 points now. Mac Mackinnon, of course, the son of former NBL star and boomer, Sam Mackinnon. Up there working with the Brisbane Bullets.
Another miss for Victoria. Here is Mackinnon. Sets again. He's got the hot hand. Can't deliver the hot results. Behind the back goes Daniels twice. For Shelley, for 3, knocks it down. Much needed. Victoria's first triple of the game. Then at the other end, thank you very much. Queensland coming up with their own response. Maslin knocks down another 3 ball.
5 of 12 now from 3 Queensland, so they continue their efficient shooting from beyond the arc.
Shelley. Travel against Dengdit is called. Queensland bench apply up on their feet. Brody Nunn with last triple for Victoria. Here's Mackinnon again with authority. The floater drops. Doing it inside and outside.
Yeah, that was a strong take. Recognised the defender. He had him. Got around easy two in the end.
Denged it. But Robinson, good look here. Knocks it down.
One of two Phillip Island boys in this Victorian team, Ben. Keith Robinson, along with Patrick Ryan as well. So
Beautiful part of the world.
yeah, there'll be a few proud people watching back in Phillip Island, I'm sure.
Mackinnon again gets hard inside and continues to increase his points tally. Nunn, denged it, spinning, and good defence. Panisi comes up with a big defensive play.
He's been great off the bench this tournament, Harrison Panisi. 9 points, 8 rebounds in just 20 minutes of action. He's got a key role here to play in this one. You suspect it's going to be mostly a 6-man, maybe 7-man rotation all game long for Queensland.
Alley-oop almost from the baseline. Daniels well short with his little floater attempt. Long range attempt from Mackinnon. Daniels raising up again off the defensive glass. Robinson, Nunn, fumbled. Duach, Daniels. Now first look, this time for Queensland, at Kai Statman. He's coming off the bench and pulling down that defensive board. Lagasic. Jones gutted by Denged. Mackinnon been really hard to guard today. What great team basketball, but good team defense. Still not good enough. Jones is up to the task. Showing why he was signed by the Brisbane Bullets. The last player signed on the Bullets roster for the 2021 season. Having a really good tournament in the under-20s. Denged it, V. Jones. Daniels open for three. And he fires this time.
9 points now for Dyson Daniels, and look, sign of a good player when he's just sort of, the scoring column just keeps ticking over and you feel like you haven't really noticed him fully fire yet.
Statman hits the stat sheet with his first points. Daniels continues, though, to accumulate the points.
And you notice that. That was a composed finish on the fast break.
He's now in the double figures. You just feel like there's not a lot of offensive threat at the moment besides Daniels from a Victorian perspective. Statman with confidence inside in the face of Duach as well. Gets it to drop. Nunn. Robinson, mid-range two. Too deep. 36-23, just under halfway, well, just under 5 minutes to go as Jones fires. And Daniels brings down another rebound. He's having a big night off the glass. 11.7 boards already for the star. Brings Nunn into the game, who fires for three. Statman with another defensive rebound. And with some ample confidence. How about Statman off the bench? Forcing a timeout to be called because Matthew Nunn's seen enough. And Queensland are well on top with a 38-23 lead.
Yeah, he's got some genuine athleticism, does Kai Statman. And I'll tell you what, if you're on KO Sports tomorrow when we see maybe Queensland in the gold medal match, I would jump on early and see if you can catch some of the warm-ups because Kai Statman, he through the legs, all sorts of stuff. There's some serious slams going down. So it's just something to watch from an entertainment perspective. But he's been good for Queensland off the bench this tournament. 6 points per game, but a real spark plug, I reckon, Ben.
What are you saying potentially if you're Matthew Nunn at the moment? Because they're really struggling to get themselves into the game offensively. Not a lot firing, not a lot of luck at the moment from the field. They've started to get their three-point game happening a little bit, but then Queensland respond with their own three-pointers at the other end.
Yeah, I wonder whether defensively that's where you start. I mean, Dyson Daniels has been fantastic as expected, and he keeps taking off on the fast break and getting those easy buckets. So that's a positive. But they seem to just be letting Queensland move the ball around a little bit too easily. They're starting to get those open looks from three, which is what really buried New South Wales in the quarterfinals. So I'd be starting with the defensive end if I'm Matthew Nunn.
So they break now, trailing by 15 points to the Victorians. From the field, Queensland shooting at 48% at the moment compared to Victoria's 31%. Besides that, it's pretty even across the stat sheet, really. Those looks dropping a bit easier for Queensland at the moment.
I mean, out to a 15-point lead, Queensland, it feels like Victoria is going to make their move at some point, but it's getting a bit precarious.
Nunn. Inside for Dengdit. Has Nunn again on the outside, who puts up the three. He misses. Good. Offensive rebound hustle there from Dengdit to give them a fresh 14 seconds. Daniels for Nunn in the corner. Tough shot. Doesn't drop. Good hustle again from Nunn. That just stepped out of bounds, but despite nothing going in, you would have been pretty pleased there, Matthew Nunn, with his side's intensity.
Yeah, certainly if you can crash the offensive glass like that throughout the game, they'll start to get those easy buckets.
Statman again, working his way inside. This time, Victoria defence was up to the task. Daniels knew what was behind him. Dengdit in the key. Back for Daniels. Back for Dengdit. Opened him up really well. Can't hit it. And another offensive rebound. Ryan strong. And he still can't get that left-hand finish to drop.
Doing everything right at the moment, Victoria. Fresh 14 here. Maybe a chance to finally get some reward for effort.
They again go to Daniels off the inbounds pass. Puts it up in Legasic's face. Oh, in and out again. A couple of times that's happened for Dyson Daniels. Statman loses his footing. Doesn't matter. He'll still put it up and score. What a game off the bench he's playing. Why wasn't he starting?
He lost his footing there and still managed to catch his balance and nail an easy three-throw line jumper.
Loving how the Queensland bench is riding every point and defensive play at the moment. Really involved. Ryan only has 4 to shoot. Puts it up for Robinson, who probably had a tougher shot in the end. And Queensland forced a shot clock violation, leading by 17 points with just over 2 minutes remaining in the second term. Mackinnon for Jones. So many offensive threats for Queensland. Statman is one of them, and he's hot in this game.
Is he ever? Guy Statman up to 11 points now in this one, and he's yet to miss a field goal.
Oh. What a game he's playing. All those points in his second quarter as well. Didn't see any game time in the first quarter. 20-point differential. Ryan draws the contact, and much needed as well. With 1 minute and 42 seconds remaining.
And how about the vision as well from Blake Jones? I mean, we see the replay here on that Ryan drive and the foul, but for your big man to be able to assess the floor like that and flip it cross court to an open shooter. Great play.
Daniels draws a couple of defenders and then raising up. Really good off the glass to take his points tally to 13.
Well, he needs some help, Dyson Daniels. He's been awesome. Awesome. 13 and 7, but they can't just rely on him. It's not going to get it done for Victoria.
Statman in the corner. Doesn't get the lucky drop. And on the fast break, probably just had a little bit more time there. Nunn as he's looking for Ryan up the court. We mentioned Daniels before. He's got the 13 points. That's 13 of 25 at the moment. So well over half his team scoring. Just working out this play will be set up with 1 minute and 13 seconds remaining.
And you wonder if we'll see Austin Shelley soon again for Victoria. I mean, averaging the 14 points a game so far in this tournament. We've only seen 4 minutes of action so far from him. And, you know, not a heap of offensive numbers, if you like, when we look at the stat sheet on the Victorian starting lineup. But they need someone else to step up and help him out, Daniels.
Here's the man of the moment, Statman, for Maslin, for Jones, for 3. 21 points is the difference.
He's been good, Blake Jones. He struggled a little bit from the field, but he's been everywhere as we see the defensive effort from Jones again. And 6 boards to his name along with 7 points.
This is a seriously good team we're watching. This Queensland outfit so well coached by Peter Crawford, making a first half statement. Jones guarded by Daniels. Just finds his teammate Maslin. Legasic works his way inside to Jones, who gets the layup to go.
Again, that ball movement from Queensland. Just cutting to the hoop, looking for shooters on the outside. There's options everywhere.
2-second differential between game clock and shot clock. Ball in the hands of Duach. Gets the screen from Dengbit. Daniels with a good look for 3. If it wasn't for him, who knows where Victoria would be in this first half. And they give away a foul, Victoria, with 2 seconds left on the clock. Foul called against Ryan. The 2.2 seconds here. Lob pass, doesn't quite come off. Ryan comes up with it, with the prayer. Doesn't get it to go. That is one serious statement from the Queenslanders. 48-25. Victoria have had a really dominant campaign so far in this under-20 championships, but they have met nothing.
Regardless, as we just about said to get back underway, but a lot to work on for Victoria. I think the one positive they can take into this second half, Ben, is they do have the 9 offensive rebounds to their name. They've been crashing the glass well. Hasn't quite resulted in any points yet, but if they can keep that up, the buckets will start to fall, hopefully.
Queensland with first possession. Ruyev. Oh, the pass you'd suggest in the end, and Mackinnon able to get the basket on the reverse.
Gee, not a bad start there for Queensland.
Mackinnon with the 12 points. That's a team high 12 points. Game high is 13 points for Dyson Daniels, but he doesn't have a lot of love from his teammates. Denged it for Daniels with 6 to shoot. None working around the perimeter, but this Queensland defense is right on it at the moment. And Robinson runs out of time. It was a really nice turnaround jumper from the baseline. But that Queensland defense really on song, forced a shot clock violation.
Yeah, it's been the story all game, the Queensland defense. They look to continue that here in the third, but no point really oversimplifying it from up here in the commentary box. They've just been on defensively all game long, and Victoria have had no space to work with.
So Victoria will get a look here from the restart. Robinson for none. Better ball movement, or at least an attempt, but look how well organised this Queensland defence is. Daniels under the pump. Great pass inside for Denged. Then the tip from Robinson, I think it came.
And there's that offensive rebounding finally rewarded from Victoria. But gee, what a pass as well from Dyson Daniels.
Looks like Ruyev copped a little eye poke there. Mackinnon all by himself. How does that happen? Ruyev recovers. Offensive rebound. Hooks and scores. Ruyev with 6 points. As Denged has 3 Queenslanders to beat here. Under the pump. Travel is called against Denged.
They're a pleasure to watch at the moment, Queensland. Both ends of the floor, we saw The pass out to Lagassic didn't quite make the three, but Ruliadev pulls down the O board, and then down this end as well, the defensive clinic continues. He'd be a pretty happy coach at the moment, I think, Peter Crawford.
Here is Lagassic, guarded by Daniels. Screen from Maslin. He now goes to work and pulls up. Falls well short. Another offensive rebound, though, this time via Jones. Lagassic for Mackinnon. Works hard inside and gets the lucky roll. His intensity when driving in towards the rim today has been a pleasure to witness. Just not flowing on offense for Victoria as well as it is for Queensland. Right in their faces. Daniels goes out wide. That shot just misses, but Dengit picks up the crumbs and puts it in for two. A lot of ground to make up, though, Victoria. It's the Queensland side that was humming up until that moment as Mackinnon, ball just went past him and out of bounds, so a turnover.
Bit too much mayo on that occasion. The pass from Jones.
Hasn't been a high turnover game so far, just 7 turnovers to 8 in favour of Queensland. Here's Nunn with the floater. The idea was right and looked pretty good off the hand. Jones comes down with the board though. Looping it in for Lagassic. Opted against the reverse. Jones for Lagassic, 4-3. And Mackinnon, great hustle. That's another offensive rebound. Second chance points, really important there. And Queensland's almost every time they've put up a shot so far in this quarter, they've come up with an offensive rebound for every miss they've had.
He's having himself a fair game as well, Max Mackinnon, up to 16 now. And I think that's one of the real strengths of this Queensland team is every time we watch them play, there's always someone new who steps up and has a big scoring load. They really are a balanced team, and everyone out there in their starting five is a genuine threat.
Their second leading scorer is Kai Statman, who currently finds himself on the bench, who can't get a gig. He got 11 from just under 7 minutes. Dengit goes in. He's lifted his output in this quarter, no doubt. He's up to 10 points to go with 8 rebounds. Lagassic, tough from the baseline. Probably a rare rush shot there from the Queensland offense. Gives Victoria a look. And Dengit working hard inside and can't get it to drop.
I tell you what, I think Victoria's been better this quarter, but how many times have we seen the ball just rattle out, bobble out? I reckon they could have had 8 or 10 points more to their name, Victoria, if the shooter's roll had just gone their way.
Maslin for Mackinnon. And just off target though on that occasion. That was Panisi rather putting that one up as Nunn in rhythm. Knocks down the three.
Just the 4th three-pointer this game for Victoria. 4 of 23 now from beyond the arc. And probably as well a credit to Queensland defence. You know, they've made them probably put up a couple of late shot clock heaves, forced them into contested three-pointers on multiple occasions.
Mackinnon, beautiful move. That is gracious from Mackinnon with a lovely finger roll finish. 18 points for Max. There's Ryan, that's a tough shot, but did well to earn some contact in the end. And we'll head to the free throw line to shoot 2. And this, remarkably, is Victoria's first time to the stripe all game.
Yeah, that's a stat, Ben.
Queensland haven't been at the line too many times themselves, 5 of 7. They didn't have no one head to the free throw line at all, actually, in the second quarter. And now, halfway through the third, Victoria at the stripe.
Yeah, they've only drawn the 3 fouls for the game on Queensland, Victoria.
To Ryan, able to hit that last one there. 10 points apiece so far in this quarter. So for all Victoria's hard work, just haven't been able to get that scoreboard reward for effort. Foul off the ball. Ryan apologetic as Jones hit the deck. Queensland were cheekily trying to claim the basket, but unforthcoming.
I don't think Boston Maslin even realised it went through. He turned around before it went through the hoop.
Duach comes on. That was a second personal foul against Ryan. 23 points the difference at the moment. Mackinnon, what a spin. What a fadeaway. Can't get it to drop. Dengdit comes up with an important defensive rebound. Good quarter from him.
Up to 9 rebounds now in the game.
Daniels calls for movement. No points so far for him in this quarter. Duach for 3. That's far too deep. Panisi raising up. Jones. Beautiful pass inside. Easy cut in the end for Mackinnon. Gosh, Panisi just fumbled at the wrong time. It almost looked too easy, though, at some stage. They just able to draw the almost sort of beast of the honeypot kind of stuff from Victoria.
Yeah.
Going at the ball carrier.
Yeah, Mackinnon just caught the defender off guard with that V cut. That started everything off there.
Here's Daniels. Great elevation. No foul called on either player there. Daniels' shot missed. Maslin on the fast break for Mackinnon. He wanted the 3. It slipped out. From the car park, Maslin. Brought away there by Dengdit. Duach! Thinking that a big highlight was coming up. Then Legasic slows down the tempo. With 3.5 minutes to play, and he's signed up by 23 points. 1 win away from a gold medal spot. A spot in the gold medal game. Jones, so good in the low post.
That brings his tally into double digits for the game, Jones, up to 11 to go along with 8 rebounds.
Nunn, good look here for 3. And all 9 on the attempt as well. Timeout called. Important bucket there for Victoria. Reducing the margin again to the 22 points, but it's been tough going for them, no doubt, in this quarter. There's still just under 3 minutes remaining. They've only been able to decrease the margin overall in this quarter by the single point. It's a lot to make up. It's a long time in basketball, no doubt, 12 and just 13 minutes. But this Queensland team is, they don't look as strong as what they did in the first quarter, Liam, but you just sense that they are so in control of this game.
Yeah, it's been an improved quarter from Victoria. They've continued to put the pressure on the offensive glass, and some of those 3 balls as well starting to drop. Brody Nunn now with 3 balls in the game. So, look, he's starting to have an influence. There's some habits that are improving from Victoria, but Queensland well in control. Still 22 points, in the lead. And, Max Mackinnon, Queensland have gone as he's gone pretty much so far in this one. 18 points. All of their starters and Kai Statman off the bench have contributed, but he's led the way.
18 points at 58% from the field. Max Mackinnon. Also, the 6 boards. Jones as well has been a star. 11 points and 8 rebounds for him. But you're right, better signs of Victoria. A little bit more, certainly offensive spread with Nunn and Dengdon hitting the scoreboard a bit more in this quarter. Daniels hasn't scored, but he's got the double-double now. He's got 13 points and 10 rebounds.
And we've credited Victoria for their work on the offensive glass. Really, we should be crediting Bold Dengdit, who's got 6 of their 11 offensive rebounds himself.
Here's Legasic to Mackinnon. Legasic again with 10 to shoot. Maslin inside. Jones. Oh, what a pass inside. The vision, the patience. Queensland have it all. Putting on a wonderful display on their home floor. Daniels passes inside. Great team basketball as well. I'm going to get that one a drop for Victoria.
He's a beautiful passer of the rock, Dyson Daniels.
And hit Simmons as well. He was able to get the two. Naslim crossing over. Magasic with 10 to shoot. Inside to Jones. Backing down on Simmons. Been so good and dangerous in this area. Good defense on this occasion. Legasic, though, can't hit it. And then, strong, awesome work in the end from McVeigh, who's just come on the court. Some rare game time from McVeigh, who draws the contact and will shoot two. Didn't hit the points, but even gave the fist pump anyway, as if he had.
Well, what a way to make your presence felt coming off the bench. Come up with a big O board like that. Coach will definitely notice that going into the gold medal game if they are to hold on to this lead.
Gold Coaster is Lloyd McVeigh, 197 centimetres, 17 years of age. Average to 7 points per game in Queensland's 2021 campaign. Duach, none. Can't hit his fourth triple, but Daniels with another strong rebound and drew some contact. Party trick afterwards, but instead we'll head to the stripe.
Oh, we shoot two. He's got a double-double already, Dyson Daniels. That's his 11th rebound.
Represented Australia at the 2021 FIBA Asia Cup qualifier when a lot of top players were unavailable due to NBL commitments and overseas commitments as well. Had the 26 points, 4 assists and 6 steals. Not a bad way to announce himself in the green and gold.
And still yet to make his decision as well with his basketball future. Says he's weighing up the NBL Next Stars program as well as potential college scholarships.
Yep. Magasic in the corner, right in front of the Queensland bench, with every member on their feet as that one dropped. Nothing quite like hitting a triple right in front of your own team bench. Just dinged it. Oh, there's a rejection in there. Foul is called, a late foul called as well. Foul called on Jones. Oh. Did reach in quite a fair bit, but dinged it nonetheless. We'll head to the charity stripe. Bold dinged it. Had the 12 points and 9 rebounds against Western Australia, but this has probably been his best game so far of the tournament. Misses on his second attempt, and Statman's in onto the court. Good to see him after an explosive second term. What's he got left in this final minute? Magasic to McVeigh. Almost lost his footing. I think he'll claim the pass in the end if it was deliberate. That was awesome to Jones. He's up to 13 points. Daniels for none in the corner. Opted against shooting. Final minute of this third quarter. None. He's deep. Dinged it. Played a lot of minutes. 5 to shoot here for Daniels. He's going to put it up. And he's going to score as well.
There's that zone again from Queensland. It's been really effective in this one. Just Victoria just sort of passing around the outside. Not really any penetration happening for them.
McVeigh with a floater. Ends the shot clock in this quarter. Daniels for Duach. He slows the tempo down. Dyson Daniels sensing an opportunity. Just for a little confidence booster here. What can the star do with 6 seconds to shoot? He works out to Nunn, who's been hot from beyond the arc, and he continues that form. Nunn with his 4th triple of the game, his 4 for 8 of deep, and Victoria really needed that on the stroke of 3/4 time. And they win the quarter as well. 23 points to 21 in that quarter, reducing the margin to 21 at the final change, and just give Matthew Nunn really looking forward to that one. And then the under-19, under-20 men's championship game. Nunn for 3. Oh, yes! That gives Victoria a look. Brody Nunn with another triple. He's up to 5 3-pointers in this game.
Well, it's not impossible. 18 points the margin, and if they can open this quarter on a run, They'll make Queensland a little bit nervous at least.
Statman for 3. Can't get the quick reply. Mackinnon comes up with the offensive rebound. McVeigh is a mismatch here, and he was too strong there for Nunn.
Made his presence felt. Lloyd McVeigh since coming on the floor in the third period.
Nice left-hand finish there from Duach. Back on the 20 points. The defensive intensity just in these last couple of plays has undoubtedly increased from a Victorian perspective. Statman. Mackinnon. Guarded by Nunn. Good straight up and down defense there. And that's off the hands of Jones. So Victoria win a stop. And with Nunn hitting a 3-ball, well, 2, either side of the 3/4 time buzzer, has certainly given the Victorians a lift. Daniels. Oh, the seas parted for him. That's a lapse in concentration from Queensland. You would think the only defensive lapse of concentration they've had all game.
Yeah, that's a rare error.
And the full court press is on. Legasic, can he hit the other end? Looked off target from the first moment it left his hand. And Victoria get the ball. 16 points the difference. And Queensland just with the 2 points so far. In this quarter, Victoria with 7.
Well, things couldn't have gone much better here to start the fourth period for Victoria. If they can just get a couple more buckets in a row, it'll be approaching a single-digit ball game. Anything can happen.
None. Denied emphatically by Jones. Good hand in there to give Queensland an offensive look here. In goes McVeigh. Can't get his second bucket of the quarter. Daniels on the fast break. Will he take on 3? He pulls up. He's got Duach in the corner. Nunn with the hot hand. He's thinking about it. Thinks better of it. Daniels. Inside, offensive foul is called. You can see the screen. Interesting decision to go on that angle with the screen there from Nunn. And he's been penalised.
Caught in two minds, maybe. It might have been sort of cutting / screening at the same time. Yes. And in the end, it was an obvious moving screen.
So Queensland breathed a couple of sighs of relief just in the last 2 plays, with Victoria sensing a miracle opportunity to come back. But they've gone the full court press here. Legasic. Mackinnon. Maslin for 3. That's a dagger to the heart of Victoria. He's been in good shooting form from deep today. Boston Maslin. Speaking of good shooting form, Dyson Daniels is into the 20s. 22 for Dyson Daniels. Victoria really hustling up. 10 to shoot. Lob in here for Jones. He's got 2 to beat. Maslin, in the end, works out well to put up the open shot. Daniels did well to tap it towards Nunn's advantage, and they draw some contact as well, Victoria. They have not thrown in the white towel, undoubtedly.
Gee, skied for that rebound as well, Daniels. I dare say he'd be fairly decent at volleyball if he set his mind to it.
If there was around draft camps as well, he'd surely be favourite to take out the vertical jump test. Ryan for 3, must hit, and he gets the lucky roll. Maybe that's the change of luck that Victoria need.
They're slowly whittling away now, Victoria. 13 points, the margin.
Jones pulls up. Legasic for Mackinnon. Here we get the game back on their terms here, Queensland. Mackinnon with a tough shot. Good defence from Duach. Didn't give away the foul either. They are coming. And Nunn. Maybe that was a touch unrealistic from Nunn, even though he has had the hot hand today. And they are back within this 13-point differential.
And that hustle again from Dengdit. Didn't register an O-board that time, but it was his work that forced the ball to fall out of bounds. Vic ball.
Daniels goes to work inside with the right-hand finish. That is some kind of offensive move from Dyson Daniels.
With this man on your team, Victoria are never out of it. Back to 11, and I would not discount them with 6 minutes on the clock.
Still plenty of time left. Jones almost loses control. It's a different ball game. Oh, that's a huge play from Panisi. Drew the foul and count the points as well to give Queensland, against the grains, a much-needed bucket and a three-point play opportunity. Great athleticism from Harrison Panisi underneath the bucket, and again that Queensland bench full of voice. Panisi misses. So Victoria, yet another look here.
Triple-double watch as well for Dyson Daniels.
Wow.
24, 12 and 6 dimes.
Duach looking for Dengdit. Hand in there from Queensland. 9 seconds on the shot clock here. Timeout called. 5 minutes and 23 seconds remaining. Remember, Queensland were up by as much as 27 points during that third quarter when they really got the game on their terms, but it has been one heck of a mighty fight back from Queensland, from Victoria, who are only trailed by 13 points now. Where have you seen it been able to turn around, Liam, this Victorian fight back?
Yeah, they're defending a lot better, Victoria. I think we've started to see, you know, those late shot clock attempts from Queensland, which I reckon has been a rarity so far in this ball game. Queensland have kind of got where they wanted to go early in the shot clock, which is certainly an indication of poor defence. Obviously, that offensive rebounding has continued, and I think the other one is simply Dyson Daniels, Ben. He has been awesome.
He has. Individually, it's hard to look past him. 24 points, 12 rebounds, and the 6 assists as well. He just makes such good decisions as well. He looks so composed out on the court as well. Always looking to try and bring his teammates into the game.
Yeah, he certainly does. Hasn't really put too much of a foot wrong, and despite the margin, he might still be the best player on the floor so far. Of course, Max Mackinnon may personally have something to say about that as well with 18. 5 assists as well for Mackinnon.
Yeah, good spread of scorers for the Queenslanders. The 9 seconds on the shot clock. Will be Ryan with the baseline inbounds pass here. Daniels, guarded by Legasic. Duach for 3. Yes! We are back to a 10-point game.
They keep coming. And stay in your seats. Stay glued to KO Sports because it's game on, Ben.
Maslin with the floater. Oh, late decision to go to Legasic. And strong offensive rebound from Jones. Had the body position there on Daniels. Mackinnon, Legasic. Didn't shoot the 3. Went the floater. Good decision.
Classy finish from Legasic. The Victorian defenders skied up and he floated it up over the top for 2.
Duach. Daniels thought about none in the corner. Went for Ryan in the other corner. And there's too many Queensland bodies around for Dengdit to bring down the O-board. Maslin for 3. In rhythm. Knocks that down. Daniels swipes away. So disappointed. The Queensland have been able to get a couple of buckets in a row.
That's almost a dagger 3 from Maslin. It's going to be tough now for Vic.
Daniels, none. With 10 seconds to shoot. Wants a screen. Great hustle defense. Dengdit with a long range 3 drops. They're hanging around.
12 and 12 now for Dengdit. He can certainly hold his head high, especially in the second half.
Full court press returns. They work their way into the front court though. Maslin's been important. And Panisi. Little mid-range, one-handed 2 there from the baseline. Ryan, oh, he had a golden opportunity there. Duach apologises, knowing that he probably had a bit too much juice on the pass. And Queensland come up with a really important turnover, albeit unforced via Victoria. Awesome fight back this from the VICs. 3.5 minutes remaining. Everything really needs to go right now. Mackinnon. Oh, that is awesome. What a finger roll. What a player. Duach. Dinged it. Into the key. Back out for Duach. Strong play there from Dinged it. And he will head to the charity stripe. Count the points as well. He'll be going for the 3-point play. Timeout called. 14 points the margin. Victoria have challenged just in the last couple of minutes. Queensland have just been able to come up with a couple of big plays themselves to help them draw some ascendancy.
23-16 so far in this fourth quarter in favour of the VICs. And look, they've won this second half so far by a total of 9 points. So really, it's been a tale of two halves, and there's still 3 minutes to go. Stranger things have happened, but I think Coach Matthew Nunn might be wondering, where was this earlier on in the game?
Oh, no doubt. Be hard to not ponder that thought. I'm sure he's probably not thinking it right exactly now, but when his head hits the pillow tonight, no doubt, and his beautiful Mackay accommodation, got no doubt that he'll be thinking about that. Peter Crawford, though, addressing his side. 3 minutes to play. 3 minutes away from a spot in the gold medal game. Title up for grabs officially, as Liam mentioned off the top. NBA Global Academy, who are in tomorrow's gold medal game, can't officially win the title because they are not a state, quite obviously. But I think we were talking about it off air. You don't want to be holding up the title after losing the game as well if you're Victoria or Queensland.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of the guys in that NBA Global Academy would be, you know, teammates. There's a few Basketball Australia Centre of Excellence players on both teams here. Dyson Daniels, one example. Blake Jones as well. I'm sure they wouldn't want to lose to some of their, you know, teammates and roommates up there as well in Canberra.
Of course. Jones in for Lagassic. Tight defensive pressure again. Shelley on the court. Jones with the floater, banks it in off the glass.
We haven't seen a lot of Austin Shelley so far in this one, which, well, to me, Ben, was a little bit of a surprise given he's been one of the hottest scorers for Victoria. 14 points a game.
Here he is now, Shelley. Daniel steps back, takes it on himself. Lagassic couldn't bring it down. Nunn's been super hot from this position. Ooh. Daniels couldn't quite get that one to drop off the crumbs there. 2 minutes, 16 seconds now, and Queensland in position A. Within grasp of a gold medal game. Maslin been really important in this last quarter. Jones for three! That's a sweet dagger.
Absolutely, and Blake Jones, he's had yet another good game. 18 and 10 now.
Nunn comes up with a steal. They were heading towards certain 2 points there. Daniels kicks it out for Ryan for three. Can't hit it. Nunn for three. They come up with another offensive rebound. Jelly goes to work and sees the opening. Idea was right. Left-hand finish, a bit too narrow. But yes, it is hard not to ponder where was this defensive intensity across essentially the first 3 quarters of the game. A different Victoria that we've seen in this fourth term. Daniels, good pass. Well, the idea was certainly right. Not sure if Dinged was quite in the right position, though.
Queensland did well just to get a hand in and prod it away.
Legasic. Passing out wide for Panisi. Shot clock violation. Ryan's just a little slow to get to his feet. He's okay. Into the final minute of this semi-final.
Exciting day for Queensland tomorrow. It's their home tournament, obviously, up here in beautiful Mackay, and gold medal match. Mackay Show Court, 4 p.m. tomorrow. Make sure you tune in. It's going to be a great game.
Ryan steps back for three. A good look. And Maslin crashes into the Victorian bench and did well. But then Mackinnon threw it away. "59 seconds remaining on the clock. 17-second differential between game clock and shot clock.
$2 p.m. game tomorrow. Sorry, Ben. I best correct our viewers. Don't want them missing what's going to be a huge gold medal match. 2 p.m. Queensland and the Global Academy.
We've got one final special Queensland play left in us. Jones has been awesome. And he pumps his fist. And the bench is going nuts, and rightly so. They're heading to a gold medal game. They're up. They're celebrating. They've been so dominant throughout this championship so far, and they've saved their best performance to date for the semi-final. It'll be Queensland and the NBA Global Academy in the under-20 gold medal game. And Queensland, because they're playing the Global Academy, they are the title winners. They are ecstatic.